What's up, Devi peoples and draft friends? Back with another rookie profile for you. We're trying to plow through the rest of the running backs. And again, I can't say it enough. There's so much depth in this class. Really, all through your second round of your rookie drafts, you're going to be just coming up with gems at the running back position. So tonight we're going to talk about DeWayne McBride, an exciting prospect. Um, in my first version of my model, there's a couple versions of it that include different things. DeWayne comes out as a top 4 back in this class. That's just the raw production numbers. As I start to work it with conference adjustment and elusive numbers, I put some yards per route run in there. He gets knocked down a little bit, but still, despite a hefty toll for being a G5 player, he's top 10 in this class in my analytical profile. And honestly, I think that's where he is. You know, that's where he is. I think even including film grades and anything else that I'd consider here, he's a top 10 back in this class, and he'd be worth drafting in any draft class. So let's dive in a little bit. You can see the card if you want to know more about the cards. My friend at Lucy with the AK @LucyWithAK_FF has worked on them with me and done an awesome job making them look really clean and sharp. I'll be posting these all to Twitter and a thread when we're done with these videos. So DeWayne McBride, he's a junior, early declare, from UAB. He's 5'10", 215 pounds. His career production is phenomenal. 484 attempts, which is lower than my threshold, but his 3,520 yards actually exceed the average, that I'm looking at for top 12 running backs, top 24 running backs in the NFL, despite him having a lower number of career carries, which is awesome. His 36 touchdowns is right there. It's actually over my threshold, despite, again, him having about 70 fewer carries than my amalgam of top 24 running backs in the NFL. The bad news is 5 receptions for 29 yards and 0 touchdowns. That is brutal. I talk a lot on these about receiving production, not always traveling to the NFL, but I mean, that's brutal. 5 receptions for 29 yards. So that is the big question mark for DeWayne. His production market share numbers are, again, for the rushing portion, are phenomenal. His dominator, despite a lack of receiving work, is still right at my threshold of 32%. He's got a 31% dominator. He's got a 59% rush yards market share. That's a best season number. And that is, crushes my average, right on my average. Oh, yeah. I'm 58%. He's got a 59%. And then a 2% reception share. That's brutal. So we won't talk about that anymore. Efficiency, his yards per touch. This is an average number. Is 7.79. My threshold 6.5. Efficiency is a small part of the picture, but you like seeing guys that were able to put in work the carries they got. 3.27 YPC over team is phenomenal. And yeah, he was a G5 back, but that is one of the best numbers in this class. Honestly, it's one of the best numbers, in the past 4 classes. There's only a couple of guys that really, have that high of a figure on that number. 4.12 yards created. It's phenomenal. It's a phenomenal number. 3 is about, my threshold. 1.14 rush yards over expected per attempt. my threshold is 0.35. So he's actually pretty much quadrupling our threshold here. I mean, again, G5, but like, that's phenomenal. You know, I don't care. The level of competition was a little softer. It's a great number. I mean, that's what you want to see when a guy's playing against a lower level of competition. You want to see him just crushing them. And that's what McBride did. 0.42 EPA per play, that's right there. I'm looking for about 0.3. So really awesome efficiency numbers. His elusive numbers are phenomenal. Just a really strong analytical profile from McBride. 76 missed forced tackles. That is way over my threshold. And in fact, it is the best number in this class. Let me look real quick. It's not. Bijan had more. But after Bijan, so it was Bijan and then Trey Benson and Chase Brown combined for 77, tied at 77. McBride is one lower. That's just really good number. Again, kind of a volume number, but his volume numbers weren't even that high. 4.8 yak per attempt. That's a great number. My threshold's 4.17. Again, his downfall, 0.22 yards per outrun. That's bleak, abysmal. And then 54% breakaway rate, again, well over my threshold. So what's this all mean? I mean, I think the picture's pretty clear. McBride, on paper, is a phenomenal rusher, high-end rushing capacity, even though he played against a lower level of competition. He dominated in the way that I want to see an NFL player playing at a G5 level. The problem is there's nothing that tells us that he can really work as a pass catching back. And, you know, we say that about people. People said that about Kenny Walker. But Walker had a yards per route run. I will tell you what Walker's yards per route run was. It was at least 0.77. So McBride's a third of that. Just a really rough number. So I don't think he's going to have a pass catching role the next level. We'll get into this a little bit when we look at his film, see if we can find some plays with him catching. You know, again, just because a guy wasn't asked to do it doesn't mean he can't do it, but those are particularly bad data points. So again, please like, subscribe to the channel. We need your support. We'd love to hear what you think. Who else do you want to see me do profiles on? Is this good content? Are there other aspects you'd like me to talk about? You know, other stats you want to know about, or do you want to know more about these stats? We're going to be doing a data scouting episode, probably with Noah at Noah More Parties, who's phenomenal at this, or maybe with one of the other data guys in the community, or a couple. It'd be great to have a couple of us on, do a roundtable sort of thing. So that's it for this one. I think I'm probably going to blast out one more of these tonight, and then we're going to pivot over to doing the film profiles for these last couple of running backs that I really care about.